Welcome back to GP's Odds and Ends. Jessica here. That is me. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I have some of my scratch offs. Now, you're going to say, but these are already scratched off, right? They don't have the stickers on them anymore or the little, pieces that you would scratch off like this. But I wanted to test out, I've kind of tested this before and it does work. It did work in this book, but I just kind of wanted to see like how it would work across like the different, now these are both laminated. This of course is paper, but like the pages are paper, but you still have like that, if you can see that shininess, that's like the leftover plastic part of the scratch off sticker that was originally placed on these. So you could, me personally, I'm all about, if I'm able to reuse something, I'd rather reuse than to rebuy, right? So for something like this, I mean, I think that this is absolutely gorgeous. I would love to use this again next year, and you could, by all means, simply use this again and just cross out the numbers as you go along, but the scratch offs are so much fun, right? That's why we buy them in the first place. So I want to test out, since I already have these acrylic paint pens. Now these are acrylic. It says that they would work on all of these materials. So we have plastic there, which is pretty much what, laminate is, as far as I know. But look at all of these beautiful colors too. So I'm excited to try this out. I'm going to probably just do maybe 2 or 3 of the numbers on each item, just to kind of see how it works. I'm going to use, now you do want to shake these, so it does give in like the instructions on the backs. Now, I've had these for quite some time, and I actually originally bought these to do artwork on my nails when I do my nails. So, I mean, they're kind of, at this point, just sitting here, right? So why not reuse these, and get more bang for my buck, if you will. So it says shake the pen with the cap on so that you don't splatter the paint anywhere. And these are pump action pens. So basically what that means, now this is one that I've used before. If you haven't used it, that tip will be white. But basically to kind of get it started, you have to kind of pump the pen. So you can see there, like it started coming out. So I am just going to kind of make like a little square. Now I'm probably going to have to let this dry a little bit and go over it a couple of times. Or let me try actually going over it with black first and see if that... So now the black completely like takes away being able to see the number. So let's see. Let me see if that looks... I'm going to let that dry for a moment while I move on to one of these. Let's try the orange. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and I'll probably go over it again with another coat, or let me try white on this one. Now this one is paper, so if you do it on the paper, it's probably not going to work as far as like it being a scratch off. Now I'm thinking that, let me just put that right there for now. I'm not sure if the white is going to cover up the I don't know if this one's dried out maybe. Sometimes they take kind of a little while to get started. Let me see, there's another white one in here. Oh, that one is working better. Okay, so that did work. Let me go back to this one and see if I can do another coat on this. Yeah, all right, so doesn't seem like it's a very good idea to kind of mix them, but I mean, I suppose you could. I guess I probably didn't let it dry long enough either, but I was trying to go over this one with the gold to see how that kind of worked. I would say probably don't mix them because then it's kind of like mixed in a little bit that way. It did cover it up a little bit better, but also the black is mixed in with that one, so you can't see the number anymore, but it did kind of mix in a little bit. So let's try this one again. All right, so okay, so it is covering up a little bit better, and I think it's just a matter of the color and needing to let it dry a little bit longer. I'm going to let these dry from probably like a couple of hours, I think, before I go in with another like coat of the paint. It probably would also have better coverage if you maybe used like actual acrylic paint. Let me actually see. Okay, so I do also have this type of acrylic paint that is probably going to be a little bit thicker and just like this little paintbrush. So I just want to see how this would look compared to, let me shake this up a little bit. Compared to the pen. Okay. So I'm going to let all of those dry for a pretty significant period of time and just kind of, we'll see how they scratch off, how that kind of works and looks. If I need another coat, I'll do that at some point as well. And we can kind of test this out a little. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back when these are dry and we can try scratching them off. Okay, so I am back. I have been letting these dry. These have dried like overnight at this point, so let's kind of test. As far as like the drying, I guess, I mean, I feel like I would really have to kind of play around with the colors and what colors. I mean, the silver looks really good. That gives like full-on coverage over the number. This kind of seems like doesn't matter what color the number is underneath, it would look good. Other than that, I mean, the black, but you don't necessarily want to use black on everything. I'm sure it would, you know, kind of look okay here. The white, and I kind of feel like that one might be the harder one to scratch as well, but let's see how these do. So this was just like a random, it almost looked like gold, but I think it's kind of like a matte mustardy yellow kind of a color. But let's see. I mean, no problem, really, like scratching it off. It scratches off. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can kind of see that a little better. But no problem scratching it off. Let's try this orange. Yeah, I mean, that works. I feel like it's a bit of a different consistency, I think, to like the scratch off stickers, but I mean, it scratches off no problem. Let's try this silver, because the silver one I like a lot. Yeah, I mean, that worked. As you can see, there's not like any residue left behind. It's not changing anything in regards to the page itself. So this one's the silver again. Yeah, like, no problem. Let me move my light moves when I'm doing the scratcher because it's on my table. That's like, yeah, that's like perfect. If any of you have like a little vacuum, I need to get one of those. I have it on my Christmas list for my family, but again, like no residue left behind. This one I'm interested in seeing how this one, because that was the one that I did with the actual acrylic paint. Now you can see I thought it was gonna dry more gold, but I think the base is like clear with just the gold glitter in it, so you could see the coverage is not really great, but it was just like, oh yeah, no, that one's not as nice of a scratch as the pens are. It might be, and that's a lot of like mess left behind. It might be a little bit different if you were using like an actual flat color, I guess, as far as the paint is concerned, but yeah, I mean, these are scratching off pretty fine. The black is leaving a little bit of a residue, but I could probably wipe that off with water possibly, or alcohol. This one doesn't want to come off. Okay, not sure what is, I think maybe it's like the sticker piece underneath, but I can probably peel that off, but that one didn't want to scratch as nicely as the other ones have. But also, since they are laminated, I could remove that sticker piece. Yeah, the same thing with that one. So I think that's more having to do with the sticker than it is the actual lamination. So I may try to pull those sticker pieces off. Let's see how it did on the book here. Now this is paper, so I would have to leave the sticker pieces on there. I mean, the white's scratching off, but it's a little bit like gluier texture, like, you know, more like peeling paint really than it is like the scratch off. But yeah, this one seems to be, that one scratched off fine. I wonder if it has anything to do with the the brand or like the type of sticker that's left behind as well, but those all scratched off fine. No residue left behind at all. I kind of like this, like the way that the silver scratches off more than the other colors kind of, but I may play around with it some more. But I'll probably wait until I finish this book completely, because I still have pages that are not finished in this one. But I think for like the scratchers that I've actually used, and probably this book, let me zoom you out again there. So probably for the book and the scratchers that I've used already, I really hate the thought of throwing these away. And even just, I mean, I could keep them and just always, you know, cross off the numbers or, you know, stuff like that. But the scratchers are so much fun. So I may just, you know, pull some of these stickers off if I need to, and just continue to reuse them, you know, paint over the number and reuse it. Let me know what you think. If you found this helpful, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, bye for now.